I'm getting ready for our Valentine's Day paint night in. And before I buy anything new, I always start with what I already have. Battery tea lights, little mini vases I turned into small flower arrangements from supermarket bouquets, and this light up love sign that I bring out every February. Hosting doesn't start at the store. It starts in your house with what you already have. Then I grabbed a few things to round everything out. These heart-shaped toothpicks were one of the first things I added to my cart. I'm using them for charcuterie board later, but I already know I'll be using what's left for an unexpected wedding that landed on my calendar, Aurora's Minnie Mouse birthday in a few weeks, and of course Valentine's Day next year. When I buy supplies, I try to think of at least 3 events ahead. Next, the disposable tablecloth. This is non-negotiable for paint night. It came in a 4-pack, and I made sure it wasn't too Valentine specific so I could reuse it for other gatherings. I grabbed these Ghirardelli dark chocolate raspberry squares to set out after dinner. Easy, elegant, no baking required. And this wooden board for charcuterie. If you host even occasionally, invest in one good board. Charcuterie is always impressive, can be made ahead of time, and it saves you from cooking a full meal. I originally ordered heart wall decor from Amazon, but then I returned it because I realized I could make it myself. Red cardstock folded in half, cut a heart, add a sticky, and put them around the dining room. Now for the paint supplies. I initially bought a 5-pack of canvases on Amazon, but then I found them at Hobby Lobby for significantly cheaper. Same thing happened with the easels. Always check your local craft store. These plastic palettes are reusable. Just let the paint dry and peel it out. Otherwise, it comes in a large pack. The brushes came in a 6-pack. They're not professional quality, but they're absolutely good enough. And these linen aprons, aside from being affordable and reusable, they're honestly cuter than those thin plastic ones. They crisscross in the back and they have little pockets in the front. The paints came in an 18-pack. The tutorial called for primary colors, but if you understand basic color blending, you can make almost anything work. It doesn't need to be exactly like the tutorial. Honestly, allow for some creative freedom. I picked up some napkins with gold little hearts on them and set them out on the bar for our signature cocktail of the evening, Di Saronno, cranberry, lime, shake and top with sparkling wine. Then I made these floral arrangements the night before. Normally, I would just use one bouquet and split them up in all these small vases, but there was something special happening in our home the very next afternoon, so I went a little above and beyond. You'll see. The canvases were put on the easels, aprons folded, brushes and palettes stacked on top, and a handwritten name card at each seat. We set up a folding table for the TV so we could cast the tutorial. Now, the charcuterie. I used the heart-shaped toothpicks, put a salami folded flower on it, then a grape tomato, then a mozzarella slice that I cut a heart out with a cookie cutter. I then added prosciutto, capicola, and grana padano, all from Costco. It looked and tasted fancy, but it was absolutely simple. Then I fried up some beef quesadillas that I assembled the night before. The full recipe's on the website. Everything got placed on the sideboard. Self-service, low pressure. And so the evening began. Aprons on, cocktails poured, paint squeezed onto the palettes. We started with the background. Aurora even set up her toy easel. We refilled drinks, encouraged each other, and laughed so much. And then the robots started to take shape. I also added a baby robot in between the mommy and the daddy, because of course I did. Didn't want her to feel left out. We had the best time. This evening didn't cost that much. I'll have the full breakdown on the website, but the other couples paid for their own paint supplies, which means next time, all we have to do is buy new canvases and another tutorial video for only $15. That's it. Here's the finished product. All slightly different, all perfect. Just creativity, connection, and staying at home. If you love gatherings that feel beautiful and doable, make sure you subscribe. I'll link the supplies in the description and on the website. And next time, I'll show you what we turned this house into the very next day. Let's just say I'm very glad it was already decorated for love.